Hello, this is John Miller, the creator of The Rest of Everest. I think I can safely say that this show is, without a doubt, the most in-depth look into the entire experience of what it takes to climb Everest, as well as some other peaks throughout the Himalayas. But all of the events in this series are shown in chronological order, so if you're new to the show, please go all the way back to episode 000 and watch everything in order. That's truly the best way to enjoy it. Thanks. A little while ago, Rest of Everest fan Erin Isasi and her girlfriend Marlene took a short vacation in Colorado. We were actually able to make it up to Fort Collins to say hello. I always enjoy meeting folks who enjoy the show, so if you're ever going to be in the area, then just send me an email and let's try to meet up. Heidi and Sam joined us as well, and we had a great meal at the Mount Everest Cafe here in town. Erin, thanks so much for making the side trip up to the fort, and it was great meeting you two.
This is the Rest of Everest video podcast, an almost unabridged expedition experience. Episode 119, Stairmasters.
Hello everyone, welcome back to the Rest of Everest. I'm John Miller. Have another large group for us this week, and really excited to have everyone on. Again, some people you're becoming very familiar with, and I will go down the list. It's Jeff out in California. How's it going, Jeff?
I'm doing well. It's going well. Thank you, John.
And we also have Andy and Steve Wolf calling in from Ohio. How are you guys today?
Doing well, John. How are you?
Also from Ohio is John Coleman. How you doing, John?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing great. Go up a little bit north, and we've got Steve Beatty from Canada. How you doing, Steve?
I'm great, John. How are you?
Doing fantastic. And then we finally move out to Germany, where we had Thilo. How's it going, Thilo?
Hey, great.
And I'm very happy to also be joined from Germany with Chris and Monica. How are you two today?
I'm doing great, John. Thank you.
Awesome. Woo, back.
We missed you guys last couple episodes. Glad you're here, and look forward to having seen what you guys have to say. But we're gonna move on from the park entrance where we left off last week, and we're gonna actually make it just up to just below Namche Bazaar. Almost made it to Namche, but this was one of the most difficult days on the entire trek. And from other trekkers that I've heard from over the past few months, most everyone agrees that that trip to Namche was the most physically demanding. So you'll see some very tired people on this episode. I'd say let's get ready to get tired. So let's get up back into Nepal. Here we go. So this is the little information center, and that's where that model was from last week. Pretty cool model. It's really nice seeing that perspective. Look at the size of our group. We have so many people.
And we are still fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was before the big climb.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we had no idea what was coming up yet.
It's one of the last times you'll see my pack on this episode, I believe.
They got carried for you, huh?
No, I think you guys passed us up.
Oh, I see. Yeah, this was definitely a very tough day for the entire group, and some people got. You'll hear us talk about Steve Wolf in this episode, and probably next one too. But wow, Steve really got hit hard. Sorry, Steve.
I can hear you.
As you go through the entire trek, you see these little like stupas with all these prayer wheels around them, and they're all inside. So we always go in and spin all of them.
Question is that the right direction?
Yes, it was.
Good.
I must not have spun enough of them.
Yeah.
You look like the wrong order, though.
I don't think it matters in the overall scheme of things, actually.
Yeah.
Pretty good. I just accidentally set down my camera to the surface without putting the lens cap on. So I scratched the polarizer a little bit.
Oh no.
So I'm swapping it out a little bit.
So you had a
yeah, I have
extra one.
Well, I have one on both lenses, but this is my primary lens.
Yeah.
But it's not too bad, but it's got some it's hard to see, but it's got some little scratches.
Oh yeah.
So I figured I'll swap it out to here for now.
All the unexpected things that can happen, you know?
Yeah. I don't know why I just set it down and didn't have a lens cap on, so yeah. But I'm about to take a picture of that little waterfall. Cool.
So what do you think when you see those bridges?
I'm just impressed. One of my first thoughts was what it took to get them built, what it took to get all the materials out to build them. They're all brought up on the backs of humans or animals. Amazingly enough, they look so well constructed and so rugged. I'm not fearful of them falling down at all. When I saw them on videos and photos of these treks, that was sort of my thinking, my God, how well built are these things? But they're rock solid.
Yeah.
So that's not an issue. They're very, very impressive.
And they're fun.
And they're fun. And let's go.
Oh, look at the prayer flags again.
I love the prayer flags on the bridges. That just made me feel so happy.
Especially on the bridges where they have been hanging there for like ages, and they are all weathered, and the colors almost have left from some of them, and there's so many of them. Oh, look at that split screen there.
Yeah, this is cool. Nice shot, John.
It's always fun having all these different cameras rolling all the time. Steve's filming me and I'm filming Steve.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's a great shot.
Awesome.
That's a little break here, filming some stuff, and then I look down and see my duffel bag coming up. Sure, I'm glad I'm not carrying it. Just totally in awe of these people. Just amazing.
Pembadawa, he's my man.
Oh yeah.
And look at the shoes he's wearing.
Yep. He has not only my duffel bag with satellite gear, he also has a full-size car battery that we're using for power. Amazing.
And he's hiking in flip-flops.
Yep, just in flip-flops.
Yeah, but some of that is because they just can't afford better shoes. It's just the downside of things.
Yeah, this is the entry of Namche Bazaar.
No, this is quite a ways down still from Namche.
Okay.
We haven't even gone across that tall bridge yet.
You hear the sound of building houses.
All by hand, yep.
Yeah, that's one of the sounds I'll always remember.
Lots of manual labor. But it really is, we gotta really underscore the point here that there are no roads, there are no vehicles out here, this entire trek. Stuff can be brought in by helicopter occasionally, but that's too expensive, so it all gets carried up by hand on porters. And as we do go through this show, you'll see more and more of that, and it really is awe-inspiring how much they can carry. And it's just, that's how everything you see here, everything got hand carried up. All those windows, wood, everything, nails.
No carts, no wheels.
Waiting line for the toilet, right?
It is. It is.
Oh, is that us standing in line? Okay, I should mention the Marquardt scale here.
Oh no.
Okay, everyone is listening to that. Go to marquardscale.com. It's MARQUARDT scale.com.
But I believe it has no lock on the door, so that's why we're respectably keeping our distance. Okay, so marquardscale.com.
Marquardscale.com, and that'll give you a bit of an idea. It kind of explains the means of communication that we use to talk about things that you usually don't talk about.
But it becomes the number one thing you talk about on these treks. We talk, as I've said before, we talk a lot of shit in these episodes.
Yes, we do.
I just love these outhouses.
That was one of my favorite ones.
And the compost to kick into the hole.
2 holes.
With a stick. That was a nice luxury in this one.
Very, very simple affair, but I have to tell you, this is probably one of the best smelling toilets because, as you can see back here, there's a window right back here. So there it is. There's a window right back there. So there's a nice breeze that blows right through here. So it's pretty nice. much better. I hope I'm not pigeonholing myself into the guy that films outhouses around the world. But
already there.
Everyone has to use the toilets in a different country. I mean, everyone uses a toilet pretty much every day, and so it's
all yours, John.
It's interesting to see just how their people live, and toilets are one of the main fixtures, so to speak. So we see a lot of toilets in this series in season 4.
I'm glad you showed that, John, because when you tell people that you just have a wooden floor with a hole in it, they don't really get it.
Nope.
Oh, look, a super bucket.
Oh, the super bucket. I'd forgotten about the super bucket. That green bucket said super bucket on it. So we always enjoyed how powerful that bucket was.
And it was our main means of washing hands every day.
Whenever you could.
Mingmar and Sherry.
So repeat it again for the camera.
What, that Andy thinks you're annoying?
No.
Oh, look at John Coleman.
That's what I think. I think Andy thinks I'm annoying.
I was sliding rapidly down the Marquardt scale.
Yeah. You were not looking good.
Sliding downhill right before we were going uphill.
Yes.
I was not looking too happy there either.
But yeah, thanks for that shot of me eating.
Oh my God, cauliflower.
Collie.
What do you guys think of the food so far?
That's great. Yeah.
Great replacement for coriander. Garlic is a great replacement for
Tito has its issues. He doesn't like coriander. And
it's all coriander.
everything here has coriander
or
in it
cilantro
in some way. And I love coriander, but he hates it. This is the first time we're eating something without coriander. You see how happy he is. Look at his face. He's happy.
I'm totally happy. More coriander.
And this is awesome.
So what's wrong with coriander?
I totally love coriander.
No command.
We are really having to make some uphill progress right now. We're heading to Namche Bazaar. And I know a few people in the group are struggling a little bit, and hopefully it'll help ease into the higher elevation. You can hear the monks in the background. Must be the call to prayer right now. I think we're in the town of Manji, but I'm not really sure. The landscape is just so absolutely dramatic. It's really amazing. I'm slowing down a bit right now myself. We're about at the same elevation now that we were at when we flew into Lukla, because most of yesterday, the first day, we were descending down into the valley, into the ravine. Now we're having to make the progress back up. It makes everything a little bit more difficult because the landscape is so exotic compared to Colorado, and the diet and just the being outside all the time. And I know that not everyone on the group is really accustomed to camping, so I think everyone's going to be having a good time, but it's just going to take some adjustment, and we have definitely have time for the adjustment. We have 2 weeks for this round trip. So hopefully everyone will be doing a lot better in the next 2 to 3 days. And we have a rest day on Friday today. Actually, I think it's rest day tomorrow. It's either Friday or Saturday. Today is Thursday. Should all work out really well. Here's where we come up on. We saw this bridge that we're descending down onto. We saw it from the river. We were out on the river a couple miles back, and this was the highest bridge on the trek. It was really dramatic.
And Chris got some great shots you'll see in a second here with his 5D Mark II.
Oh, was that the
prayer flags.
Flags flying?
Yeah, those long.
Oh, look at that! Yeah.
And we'll see We'll see that bridge in the distance when we're up at Namche, when we finally see the big view of Everest, which I think is the next episode. And see how far down it was and how far we still had up to go. We still had about almost 3,000 feet to go.
I think that bridge was also the tallest bridge off the water.
Yep.
And it's the last bridge before Namche.
I love that one strand of prayer flags flying into the distance.
This is a very strong visual. Yes, I am. A bit shaky, but I guess it doesn't really matter.
It's amazing how those animals can navigate those trails so easily.
What I always found unfair about these bridges is that you go over this amazing bridge and then you have these steep staircases to navigate up and then down.
So we just came up around the bend here on the trail, and my watch says we're at 10,830 feet, probably about the same, about that height, maybe a little bit higher. And anyway, we come around the bend and you can see buildings, so we're nearly to Namche. The last several hours we've been nothing but uphill. We've climbed thousands of steps, and I hate steps. I like steep, just dirt, but the steps mean it's just even steeper. The dirt would just wash away in the rain. So Steve, how do you feel?
I'm exhausted. I'm glad that we can see the buildings at Namche Bazaar just over behind us here. So we're almost there, not much farther, and I'm looking forward to dinner and having a bit of a rest. But yeah, it was a long, painful hike today.
Do you have anything barking at you right now?
You know what? I feel fine. I feel healthy. I'm just tired, but I don't feel any altitude symptoms. And my GI system is cooperating at the moment.
Yeah.
So I feel pretty good. Yeah.
What was your training regimen?
I ran. I used to run pretty regularly. I slacked off. But once I found out I was coming on this trip, I started running again. And just a lot of stair climbing, that kind of thing.
Yeah. Steve actually is from southern Ontario, Canada. And Ontario, Canada's not really known for its mountains. High mountains.
No. Quebec has some nice mountains. But other than that, you'd have to go out west to the Rockies, Alberta, British Columbia. There's some beautiful mountains out there. But Ontario, no. Southern Ontario, definitely not.
Well, I'm sure glad that everyone's making it here, and definitely it was a hard day. But it's almost over. The end is in sight, and tomorrow we get a rest.
Yeah, we weren't all that close to camp, were we?
15 Sherpa minutes only.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Namche is built into a hillside, and our campsite happened to be at the very top of the hillside, so we still had about another 1,000 feet to go.
So, I am officially wiped out. I don't feel a whole lot of discomfort. I'm just really, really tired. You mentioned before, this is a long day, but, it's cool. Walking into Namche Bazaar. We're actually in Namche Bazaar already, but we have a little bit more altitude to gain before we're totally there. It's a pretty dramatic place so far. It kind of reminds me, in a way, of Zhangmu in Tibet, where it's all built into the hillside, and it just goes kind of up and up and up. Everything here is terrace, so that they can, have crops, have agriculture. to support themselves. The hillsides are incredibly steep, and it's just pretty amazing. I mean, looking across the valley, it almost looks like the valley walls are about that steep, whereas in the States a lot of stuff's that steep. Locals are complaining. But it just looks like it goes, it's, you know, like probably, like that steep for about, looks like about 6,000 feet. I'll get some shots of it a little bit, but very, very steep hillsides here. And well, anyway, just the day's almost over, so we're going to be able to relax a little bit. And mentioned again that tomorrow's a rest day, so we'll probably take a day hike, but it shouldn't be anything too extreme. And I just hope, personally for myself, that that my legs aren't going to completely stiffen up when I stop. When I was in Argentina, Aconcagua in 2005 with Ben and Lawang and a whole bunch of clients, my feet actually kind of turned to hamburger because my boots broke the day before. Ouch. The day that I was heading to the airport to go to Aconcagua, and so on the way to the airport stopped at La Sportiva, which happens to be located in Boulder, Colorado, and got new boots, but don't wear new boots. A multi-day approach, and
break your boots in first.
My feet were just totally messed up. There are the guys.
Yes.
Oh.
This is the face of fatigue.
Yeah, exhaustion.
This is the hardest thing I've ever done, the hardest physical thing I've ever done in my life.
And we still have about
stop, don't tell me
7,000 feet or more to go.
Right. Oh yeah.
And another 700 feet.
But not tomorrow.
Not tomorrow. We have a rest day tomorrow. I'm totally looking forward to that. We'll be sleeping like babies.
But we'll probably, a bunch of us have to do a day hike.
Yes, we should do that, absolutely. Yeah. But nothing of this caliber.
No.
We're so tight.
But Chris looks so fresh.
Yeah, just came up and he's taking our picture now.
John, I have the utmost respect for him. He's awesome. He's got willpower that's just unbelievable.
There he is.
Man.
Yeah.
John Farah.
We just said that we have massive respect for you.
He did. I don't.
You don't have respect for him.
It's normal.
Yeah, you know.
Okay. If you have to go, you go.
Yeah.
Walk in the park.
If you have a no-go, you go no.
Yeah, we're pulling it through.
Was the Energizer money.
Some motivation.
We just plowed through it.
We're still hiking.
We're still hiking up. We haven't made it to the camp yet, but I think it's just a couple of minutes around the bend here. But it's become very clear to me that just because you make it to Namche Bazaar doesn't mean you're finished hiking, because our camp is at the very top of Namche Bazaar, which means we'll have a wonderful view. And I'm sure tomorrow, if it's clear, we'll see so much, but Namche Bazaar is still, the entrance is still just a landmark. That certainly doesn't mean you're done. As you can see, we're well above the town. We there yet?
I hardly had the energy to see anything in the air. Even though we're not even over, we're probably at around 3,500 meters. And
yeah, 11,300 feet right now.
Yeah.
Unacclimatized.
Totally unacclimatized.
I didn't know I'd be able to do something like that. I'm actually totally amazed, and I'm
tired.
I'm proud of all of us.
Yeah.
We can do that. and I'm too exhausted to really think straight right now. It's not altitude sickness, it's just tiredness, fatigue. Apparently the campsite is just around the corner. We've heard that a few times though. And from a psychological point of view, it doesn't really help to see about 5,000 steps in front of you leading up the mountain. So at least these steps here are a bit smaller. There's this, in the Western civilizations, there's this concept of making stairs so they fit the human legs. I think I've been climbing humongous stairs for hours on end now, but I love every second of it.
Yeah, I was going to say we're really only complaining because it makes us feel better, not because we actually are upset.
No, we're not upset. Oh look, I got head hair. See, I'm starting to get my humor back. I'm starting to get my humor back. That's
perfectly happy to be here, but the complaining just helps move your butt up the mountain a little bit further.
I just found out that looking straight in front of you on the nice little rocks and kind of admire their shapes really takes your mind off the thousands of steps.
Very narrow field of view, and if you look up, you just see another 1,000 steps. It's kind of demoralizing, but could be worse. It could be raining.
It's one of those experiences you will not want to miss after you did it.
Yeah.
It could be worse. It could be pitch dark.
All right. Let's get this on.
Right. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, you guys were probably about 3 or 4 hours behind us, I think, at this point, and working your way into the epic, which we'll hear about straight from the source on next week's episode, because we'll spend some time at the camp in Namche and get to hear how everyone's experience was, since we were spread out quite a bit this day, and get some really nice views in the morning, and we get to see Everest with our own eyes from the ground for the first time on this entire trip so far. So really look forward to next week's episode. Thank you so much, all of you. It's always great to have you on. Hope all of you are enjoying running this commentary as much as I am.
It's lots of fun.
Yeah, absolutely. That's great.
It's truly just a little
experience.
A little plug here. You come in these workshops with us, and this is one of the true benefits of coming with us, because you get to have all this documented for you, and it's wonderful fun to go revisit everything. So, all right, guys. Well, we'll join you next week, and again, let's take a look at Everest next week and see where we still have yet to go. So we'll catch up with all of you next week. Bye.
And don't forget markwarscale.com. Bye.
Bye-bye. Bye.
Bye. Bye, Don. Bye, everyone.
The Rest of Everest is downloaded all over the world every day, and watching the show has become a part of many people's weekly routine. The show will always be free to download, but it's by no means free to produce. Please help me cover my costs by making a small monthly or one-time donation from the right sidebar on my website, and in return I'll give you some cool bonus materials. A donation of any amount will grant you access to some interesting video content, including high-definition versions of several podcast episodes. A one-time donation of $25 or more, or any of the monthly donation options, will additionally grant you access to a downloadable version of the film Everest: The Other Side, which episodes 1 to 61 are based on. I really cannot express how vital these donations are, and if you've made a donation, thank you so much. As always, our announcer is Marlon May, and our music is provided by Wendy Wu. Check her out at wendywu.com. Thanks so much, everyone, and we'll see you next week.
Thank you for watching The Rest of Everest. For more information on the expedition, please visit therestofeverest.com.